So, okay, what did we learn yesterday? Yes, don't anger the mage. Alright? Alright. Yes, yes I can! Apparently that's not allowed. Sometimes you need to do what you need to do. Giant fire explosion! Hey Mizora, how's everyone going? Good to see that you're still alive, guys. I might have messed up quite dramatically there. Ouch! Oh! Pal! Pal, you moved! You moved! He's right there now. He's right there. Hit him!
I'm not going to last much longer.
I know. But it's fine. I can get you back up. And so it continues. Already been recording for a very long time now. What? Okay. Save.
What a day.
Disarm the trap. Relatively difficult. Not as difficult for Larian though. So that is fine.
Let's move.
Okay. I'm just gonna take this
Go through.
treasure system and if you don't want to be opened, then I guess I'm just gonna have to destroy you instead.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Still alive. Okay.
Wish I had a
Thank you
bag
for
of
the
holding.
note. I got my treasure. And I just successfully disarmed the trap by destroying everything around it. A very efficient method, I would say. Keep looking, Crank. Going really well for you, isn't it? What? Who's he talking to? Map of the sewers. A filthy tattered map of the sewers. Realized in uneven, scratchy lines. There's an area marked with an X. Next to this it says Butch Twim, Dragon, Tribe Treasure. Okay. And at the very least I did get the treasure, so I guess it's fine.
Be careful. There are traps
Are
about.
all of those
What now?
treasures trapped? This looks like it. I mean, I already found the treasure.
Best
I
get
think.
going.
I hope. Nice try, Jack and Nap. Okay, how many of those treasures did he bury?
Path lies before me.
There are traps.
I'm just gonna blast it. Screw the disarming! I can just destroy it instead. It's much safer that way. What are you looking for, you suck tongue? Uh-huh. I don't know. At this point, I'm pretty sure I'm just looking for more funny messages, since I already apparently found the treasure. Oh wait, here's another.
I knew my return to Baldur's Gate wouldn't be glamorous, but this is a little much.
Yeah, I know.
This place stinks. It's enough to
Being
make a
the sewers is
statue
kind of
with-
bad. I
This
know
place
the
is
drill by
trapped.
now, but come on, guys. Could be so much worse. Could be so much worse, right? Oh yeah, robbers. Bored yet? Not really. Kinda like such games after all. Digging up all sorts of treasures, even if it doesn't lead anywhere specific. You never know what they might be hiding in all of them. Even though it seems like this is all just shined it in for us. No, but seriously, I just noticed I'm kinda running out of time. I should probably call it really, really soon. Which means I'm going to park them right here. We're going to take a long rest now. And after the long rest, I'm probably going to end the part. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And they certainly, all of them, have earned their rest now. Right? They absolutely have earned their rest. Absolutely. Look at them. All spells gone. HP red. Mizora! Perfect timing! I'm on the brink of death. This is the time of the hour of the devils, right?
Sorore
Huh?
surge testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
Okay, why did you bring your sisters? What are you up to?
I come to bargain. The hells demand witness.
Huh?
Your parasite links with Wyll's, and your memories flow into him. He sees his father's flight from Worm's Rock, and hears Mizora's words to you.
Shit. Where did Gortash send my father? How do I save him?
Sisters,
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
your contract, Wyll. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable.
Okay. And break it already. It doesn't need to wait the extra 6 months. Yeah. Pretty sure Wyll wants to get out of this contract. Why do you even need to make him wait for it?
No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid.
Cost.
Wyll Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact, and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Wyll.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
Okay. So much for breaking his contract, huh? Seems like she had a backup plan after she agreed to this. What would happen to Wyll's power if he breaks the pact? Well, he would lose it, probably. Save your father, Wyll. The city needs him. Do the right thing. Give your soul so that your father can live. But your father died, and when the city is free, you can take his place. He already lost his mother. Would you want to lose his father? Why do I even have a choice in this? This is his pact. This is his family and his home. Why can I remain silent like I did with Shadowheart? Well, if I really have to get involved in this, what would happen to its power if he actually were to break his pact?
Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
Let's see. So even if we were to break the gift, or this pact, you would still provide us with aid. Because, you know, you still want your own personal revenge. But the city would definitely need them in order to rebuild. Floric also tries her best to save him. And his family. I don't want to doom your soul, Wyll. This is not my place to make a decision. But they might really need him. So...
You damned wretch. Do it then. Claim my soul for Zariel. Keep my father safe.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
But even this contract has a weak point. The soul is bound to Zariel and her, right?
Seems you've got a new mission, pup. Go save your father. He's locked in a very nasty place. Gortash's secret command center and prison. Lucky for you, I know the way in. I'll mark your map. After all, a deal's a deal. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Even this contract, it says that it is internal, but there is a weak spot. There is a weak spot. The soul is eternally bounded to her and Zariel. So, if we kill both of them and hunt them down, then there's still a chance for him to be free, right? There is still a chance for us to free him. Also... Wait, she marked my map, didn't she? Yes, she definitely marked my map. I need to look into that later. But I'm really sorry, Wyll. You didn't really have much of a choice there.
Twice Mizora's held my feet to the fire, and twice was I burnt. But my father will live. We will return the Grand Duke to his people. And forever a devil's leash will choke me.
So sorry. Wasn't much of a sacrifice. You were already pacted with... But it is! He got his freedom! He got a taste of freedom only to be lashed again. I wouldn't give up hope. Maybe we'll find another way out. Yeah. Maybe we'll find another way out of this. Nothing is eternal here.
Sometimes, fate closes a door for good. The bolt is fastened, the key is destroyed, and the wish is forever locked away. The hells will take my soul. I'll make my peace with it. I have once already, after all. Besides, there's no time to wallow in self-pity. More than anything, I'm elated that there's hope yet for my father. We should hurry to this mystery prison and retrieve my father before Mizora tries pulling more tricks.
Mystery prison, huh? Now that I think about it, the only mystery prison that I know of is the one that we casually almost walked into. Maybe we could have saved him before you even had to make this deal. Oh. God, I don't like this. I don't like this. But we are also bound to anger Gortash if we go and mess up with his prison as well. That is true.
Gortash is the Black Lord's thrall. A liar, a tyrant. He'd sooner have our heads than share his domain. His anger is inevitable. I didn't sign this pact just to let my father rot in Gortash's prison. This prison's in the lower city. Let's move.
And that's his point. He really wants to save his father. But I know for a fact that he wasn't lying, that he actually wanted to share this kingdom with us. I mean, the Mind Flayer read his mind. I read his insight. He wasn't lying about that. I have no idea why he wasn't lying, but I can see why you wouldn't want to believe him. Also, even if we were to rescue him, he would still be infected. There's no way to cure him, since we haven't even figured out how we can cure ourselves, right?
We will knock him out if we need to. Or restrain.
Your skull vibrates in concord with the astral prism.
Bring me to your Duke. I will shield him, as I shield you.
Why would you do that?
Better to bring him into the fold than to leave you distracted by regret.
Ah, that's so
Well then,
kind!
I'm not about to say no. What else is on your mind?
I think that is pretty much the last of the options that I have. It seems like even the Emperor would be willing to help us! What are you doing here?
Why the stunned face? You look like you've seen a devil.
Why are you next to Wyll now? You literally forced Wyll to make an impossible choice here. Are you happy with yourself?
The pup dug his own hole, darling. I merely supplied the claws. I've always been the giving type, after all. To wit, go to Gortash's secret prison, and I'll help you spring Wyll's daddy free. Of course, you could always leave him to rot, but that would make Wyll's sacrifice worthless, and I know you wouldn't want that.
And what do you have in plan for Wyll now that the pact is eternally sealed?
Focus on the elder brain. I'd hate to clog that infected head of yours with needless details.
But maybe I can persuade her? I'm sure my infected head has more room for a hint at least. Right. And I'm also very persuasive. God damn it. She is a devil after all. Never mind.
Now. You know what they say about curiosity and cats.
Yeah. Also, what's up with you and Carla? Are you just going to leave her alone now? Didn't you wanted her to die? Did something change?
You are an inquisitive one.
Of course I am.
I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found a new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious.
So even you can't expect what she might do in the future. And right now, I guess Carla is still following her lead, even if she's not really willing to do so in here. Even if she's not really doing it for her sake, it falls right into her hands, so she just allows it. What exactly can you tell me about the hells, though?
The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy.
No, I don't want to. But I'm going to visit the first hell, at least. I mean, I need to hunt down the devil there. And you as well. Also, you never told me about this absolutist that captured you. Yeah, how did you get captured in the first place? And by who?
Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel. But those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead, after all.
He didn't have a choice. He literally didn't have a choice. So, what's next? I want you out of here now. Or, if you're going to be staying here, at the very least, I need something in return. Yeah, at the very least, you need to give me something in return, right? You're not here to get anything for free, right?
Why? I'm supplying Wyll with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. Like I said, I'm the giving type.
The giving type. Well, I hit her, but she just disappears. I don't like that lady. Anyways, Shadowheart, let's see.
It can't have been easy for Wyll to resign himself to the Pact. But I'm glad he chose his father.
True. Also, it seems like you were trying to talk to me about the House of Grief for a while now. The Showers are using a place called the House of Grief as cover for their presence in Baldur's Gate. Do you know anything about that?
Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
Okay, that doesn't really help me at all. But that's fine. That's fine. What about you, Hudson? Do you have anything to add?
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
I see. But what is new for the Grove? How's it going?
The Shadow Druids. Their scheming was stopped, thanks to you, yet their malign ideals can find purchase and live on. Even after the instigators themselves are vanquished.
Of course.
Francesca has found some initiates still yearn for the false promises the Shadow Druids peddled. She has been working hard to show them the error of their ways. She is well suited to the task. Better than I, perhaps. To cleanse a land of shadows is one thing, but to sway a heart from a dark path is another matter entirely. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid, to be a leader.
Oh, don't say that. I mean, everyone has some doubts after they got the leader role, right? It's only natural. It keeps you on your toes and makes you think for the best of the people at all times. This thought alone might even protect you from the corruption of power itself. But alas, you served the Grove well and found a worthy successor. Yeah, you've protected the Grove really well, and you found the next one. No one can really ask more of you than that, right?
Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oakfather willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
Oh, by the way, did you hear anything about Tenure? Has he recovered? Is the land finally cured?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations.
Oh.
He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
Maybe. Maybe one day. Okay, that seemed to be all. Next we have Mizora.
This city has one too many self-righteous raven guards. I would have preferred Wyll cut his family ties.
Yeah, I guess drows are not really that attached to their family members, considering that they're always kind of killing each other. Also, wait, no, that's the Emperor and the Tadpole. Can I say anything about Ravengard before we go to the other oh my god, you have a lot to say! But nothing about Ravengard. Alright then. Well, in that case, are you currently on edge? I mean, Orin's influence is all around us, right?
I am not on edge. I am alert, as you should be too.
Of course.
Orin could be anywhere. Could be anyone.
Despite her protestations to the contrary, it is clear that Minthara is afraid.
Of course she's afraid. She saw her in action, killing all of her party members in a fellow swoop when she was just forced to sit there and take it. That was brutal. Orin might frighten you, but not me. I faced worse. Nerving. What do you suggest? Guess we need to be careful who we trust then, right? Extremely careful.
Her aim will be to erode our trust in one another. We cannot let that happen. We need to watch over each other, now more than ever.
Especially now that she already kidnapped one of us. Poor Lae'zel. So, next thing. I'm curious about your thoughts regarding the deal of Raphael. What do you have to say about that?
I do not want a devil to hold my fate in his hands any more than a god. Aren't you tired of bowing and begging for scraps of power from your patron? I say we put the devil from our minds and trust in ourselves. If anyone should have the power of the crown, it should be us.
I see. So you do kind of like the idea of our own kingdom at some point, eh? Also, have you ever seen anything like those Steel Watchers before? They're really scary.
No. They seem to combine the obedience and strength of a golem with the precision and intelligence of their creator. For now, they act as a defensive wall of steel, but their true purpose is conquest. Mechanized slaughter. Imagine how quickly the grove would have fallen if we had machines like those to command. Imagine how quickly a city would fall. Gortash has revolutionized warfare.
But he's hiding it as a generous defender, at least for now. Also, in the right hands, they could keep the peace without risking bloodshed. That is true. If they were in the right hands, nobody would need to risk their lives in order to protect others anymore.
Without bloodshed on the winning side, perhaps. The machines will always need something to kill, if only to show their strength. That is why we should make sure we are the ones giving the orders, rather than the ones on the receiving end of them.
That is true. Which also kind of loops around the previous questions. What do you think about our alliance to Gortash right now? Kind of seems like Wyll is on edge because he doesn't trust this guy even one bit. What do you think about him?
He is the only authority figure in Baldur's Gate worth a damn. Even as the Elder Brain tears at the foundations of the city, he stands strong and looks for solutions.
Of course.
Better for us to be a solution rather than a problem for his steel watch to scrape off the street. I am glad you recognized the benefits of that approach. If he proves troublesome, we can always kill him later, when his guard is down.
Of course. We can always go for that instead. But if he can actually become our ally instead, that would be quite beneficial for us as well, because we would gain the strength of the Steel Watch, wouldn't we? Having an army of those robots behind us is certainly very reassuring. Also, I'm really curious about Mizora. Can you tell me more about your home? And my home?
You have never visited?
Well, I was born there, but I suspect your life was quite different from mine. No, but I've always wanted to. It is intimidatingly large. I mean, I've never really been there, but I always wanted to. Apparently, it seems to be the home of most drows.
From the still, dark waters of Lake Donegarten to the black academies of Tierbresh, it is a city of wonders and terror. But it is not my home anymore. If I were to return, I would be denied all of its wonders and shown only the terror.
Oh, that's bad. And what was your life back then? What was it like?
I am a daughter of Menzo Baranzan's most ancient and powerful house, the Bainray. I lived a life of privilege and danger. My home was at the tallest point of Wyll, the place of the nobles, a plateau high above the city's sprawl. I enjoyed every luxury, whether harvested in the Underdark or stolen from the surface, and I survived my first assassination attempt while I still suckled at my mother's breast. I tasted her blood that day. She covered my body with her own, and a blade bit deep into her chest, almost puncturing her heart. When I came of age, she tried to take my life herself, and I gave her fresh scars to match those she earned protecting me.
Wait, I don't quite understand. If she tried to protect you with her life, then why did she try to kill you instead? I don't wonder you find it hard to make friends if your mother tried to kill you. Question. Is your mother still alive?
I expect so. If the world were to end, I think my mother would survive to rule over the ruins.
I see. I guess she's a hard teacher then, but a worthy mother. A dangerous uprising has made you really strong though. Oh, most definitely.
Yes. My house trained me to be a soldier in Lolth's service, and my mother showed me how to survive the perils of society. She taught me to be resilient, and to guard my heart from those who cannot be trusted, literally and figuratively. When I choose to let somebody close, I do not do so lightly. That gives a great depth of meaning to the bonds I do share.
Let's see. Alright then. Oh, I can ask more about Gortash. I thought that was the last topic, but no. No. Okay, do you know anything else about Gortash?
He is rather fond of himself. If he truly intends to be the savior of Baldur's Gate, perhaps he has reason to be.
And which type of reason would that be? Yeah, it doesn't really... He's not really a savior if he's the one that caused all of this trouble. He's just going to become a tyrant, right?
Was Baldur's Gate enjoying a golden age of prosperity and peace before Gortash rose to power? I think not. This city is like a wild beast. It needs a strong hand to choke it into obedience. Gortash may have that strength, but he chose the wrong allies to rule alongside him. Ketheric was reliant on his god instead of his own strength, and Orin does not understand power and control. Only blood.
Yeah, she can't control her own strength, she just goes for the kills. A man who chooses allies so poorly cannot be trusted to rule, though. He would make better allies with Ketheric and Orin. No, not Orin. Ketheric is just another obstacle on our path. I think we would have had better allies with Ketheric at least. But since Orin is on the same side, I don't want to pick that. But a man who is not even able to pick his allies carefully, I guess he shouldn't be trusted to rule either.
Perhaps you should rule in his place.
Oh?
Your choice of allies is exemplary after all. Together, we can teach this city to fear us. And that is just the beginning. When we have all 3 Netherstones and control the Elder Brain, all of Faerun will have reason to fear us.
So we're going that path again, huh? She's always trying to lead us into that one outcome. Rule instead! Take the power for herself! She really is like a pest, isn't she? Spawning wherever she feels like it! Pah! I can't even damage her right now.
Never a dull moment.
Ah, Carla! Hey there.
I can't believe Wyll's given up his soul to Zariel. For a father he fell out with ages ago. There's such a thing as being too good. Someone ought to tell Wyll Ravengard.
Wait, I can't say anything. I can just continue.
Special, Tadpole? Bit of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? I don't even want a regular one. You're talking about turning into what? A half squid? Not surprised you haven't tried it yourself yet.
I didn't want to talk about that, but it was just continue, so I was a bit curious about that. What a strange continuation of our conversation, huh? Yeah, I understand why you don't want to make use of that. We don't really have to speak about it again.
Thank the gods.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't even want to talk about that. Everyone hates that idea for a good reason. A good reason. Hey there, you two. How's it going?
Wyll gave up freedom to save his father. I will never understand people like that.
Well, do you even have a family anymore at this point? I mean, the way that you treated your own family, sisters and brothers, it doesn't really seem like there's any sort of attachment between you guys. Oh, Gale, right!
Time and
Need
again,
to talk to you.
Wyll's plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. Wyll's father owes him gratitude. I hope for his sake Ravengard is gracious enough to offer it, given how much it cost.
Really need to talk to you, Wyll. I've met your pet. I actually met your... Can talk about that. And what was that about not becoming a warlock? Oh, come on. It's not all that bad. He just chose one of the worst patrons that he could have picked. A mischievous devil. Now, I'm sure my mischievous fairy is not that much better either, but so far she allowed me to do whatever I want, so I guess it's fine. Could have been worse, right? Could have definitely been worse. And by the way, Wyll, you know what? Let me talk to you again.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
It's been a really long time since the last time you joined my party. A really long time. You know what? Would you like to join?
Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our esteemed company am I stepping in for?
Well, I'm pretty sure Mizora can take a little break after all of that. Yeah, most definitely. But she is going to join again once we actually start our pursuit of, you know, Oren, right? Even though, I have to say, Mizora was great in the last couple of matches. Killing everything on sight with the power of a paladin smite. It was so great. I'm gonna miss that, but it's fine.
Back
it's
in
time
the
for
thick
Gale
of
to
things at
shine.
last. Oh, how exciting.
Oh, but he needs to level up. Actually, we all need to level up. But are you following me around now? The others don't really do that. That's kind of weird. So, okay. Gale is in our party. My inventory has been cleaned up. I guess now it's time for us to take our well-earned rest. Alright then, let us sleep. Oh, guess I have one of those terrains again, huh?
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. Its rebellion against Orin and Gortash has been fierce, even as it executes their final orders. Once those orders are complete, there is a good chance it will break free.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
Oh. Well, your perception of beautiful is a bit warped ever since you were transformed into a mind flayer. But I guess this little peace and quiet is certainly a pleasant one after all the struggles that you had to face in the last couple of acts. Even though the rebellion of the Elder Brain is probably really, really scary. Even if she has to follow orders. Okay. Expected you to be more on guard. Company is discussed! Why? I mean, it's not his fault to be turned into that. But, what are you doing right now? Are you just thinking?
Trying to guard us. The brain is restless, but I am distracted, and my lack of focus is endangering us. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Memories? Berlin, is it? The Duke that... Ah, right! You knew each other, right? Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
The very same. Duke Stelmane.
Hmm?
As she was known in Baldur's Gate. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you.
Let's see. Was it more intimate? Did you manipulate her like you manipulate me? How so? I really don't care about your relationship. Why are there so many rude options here? But I do like to know. How so?
In life, she was my business partner. Back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone.
You must be sad, huh? Perhaps you need another hug? Yes, certainly! That always helps, right?
I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it will help.
Oh.
What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people.
Well, to be fair, in most cases, mind flayers are under control of a hive mind. Any sort of personality is probably swept away by the Elder Brain. Now that you're a singular mind all on your own, it could change a couple of aspects of yourself, right? Just like that one guy in the dark, in the Underdark. It's kind of interesting if you think about it. Huh? Could reach out my hands. Why would I want to do that? A hug is one thing, grabbing the hand is completely different. Well, anyways, thank you for sharing that.
You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask you to reconsider your position regarding your physical form. I know it is no easy choice for you, but we will have a far better time ridding the city of Gortash if you accept just a touch of illithidness. not to mention the Elder Brain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
Do you need my help? I guess so. Still not really keen of becoming a mind flayer, pal. Not my thing. Simply not my thing. Oh well. Okay, Gale, are you currently bugged a little? You're still following me. And when I was checking my equipment, I wasn't really able to update your equipment because the chest didn't open. Oh god, Gale, this is going to cause some issues. But that's something that I will fix later.
So, Gale,
for now, we'll leave.
You must have some sordid tales to tell.
Sordid? I lay with the mother of magic herself. What we had was transcendent, euphoric, incandescent. Not sordid.
You actually made sleeping with a goddess sound boring.
Oh god, guys! Guys, I wanted to end the part! I wanted to fix maybe the glitch. Maybe reload the game in order to level up Gale. But my god! What a topic to say right after camp, huh? But certainly. Well, anyways, I hope you guys had fun in today's part, and I see you in the next week once we continue our journey through the sewers in order to find and maybe stop Oren. And it seems like I can find all sorts of things in the sewers, which is really, really reassuring, which makes my exploration of this place even more important, right? Extremely important. But more to that later. Until then, bye bye!